I'm here today at the North Sydney Cenotaph in St Leonard's Park, which is New South Wales' second largest war memorial for those that we recognised who served during World War I and World War II. On the cenotaph are recorded those local citizens who paid the ultimate price in the service of their nation. And it's the centre for commemorations on Remembrance and Anzac Day every year. At this time of year, we also celebrate the end of World War II through what is known as Victory in the Pacific Day. And this year is particularly special because it's the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Over the last couple of days, I've been talking to some of the surviving veterans from World War II who live in our area. Of the 1 million Australians who served, just 12,000 World War II veterans are still with us. But it is important that even whilst their numbers have dwindled, that we continue to acknowledge the extraordinary service that they gave to our nation. And I've had the great honour on behalf of all of our community of firstly thanking those that I've been able to meet, people like Bruce Scott in Greenwich, or Alan Willoughby in Commemorating, who turned 100 years old just this week, or Norman Hunter, who I spoke to over the phone in Castle Cove, or Peter Comino in Lane Cove, all four of whom represented that generation that served our nation during that incredible conflict which threatened, for the first time in our history, our own shores. It was an opportunity for me simply to say thank you and to let them know that their service to our country is something that will never be forgotten, because they not only fought for Australia, but they fought against tyranny and for the democratic values who make us who we are as a people, lest we forget.
All of us at school couldn't wait to get to 18 to enlist. Can you believe it?
Actually, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
In our unit, there's 5 of us left.
I was 19, I was 20. I had turned to had the 21st in the army.
I tried to enlist as a tail gunner because I didn't have enough brains to fly. so I actually was on the ground staff and with a Spitfire squadron at Commemorating.
And what did your experience in the army teach you about life? Did it change you?
Well, I couldn't say that, but I made a lot of good friends and used to go to all their reunions. A lot of them came from up Newcastle area in various places, and I'd go to even with the meetings up in Newcastle for our membership reunions. And they were wonderful blokes. I don't know how many. I don't think many of the unit are left still alive.
You mentioned that there were people from Gyra and from some of your teachers who were lost during the war.
Our teacher, he was flying Hudson bombers in New Guinea and he disappeared without trace. One of the boys that was in Europe in Bomber Command disappeared. We used to write to one another and he disappeared without trace.
Okay, so you were in the army?
Yeah. Yes, I was in the army. Yeah.
And what's your memories of that time in Papua New Guinea? What was it like? Was it scary? Was it good?
No, I did a few flights. Before we first arrived in Moresby, we were there for a month or something, and I walked through the night to about 2 in the morning down to the aerodrome and waited for the mob to come and load the plane. Loaded the plane away we went. I did about 5 or 6 of those trips. When I came back, I was telling everybody, quite right, the officer said I was stupid, mad, because I hadn't told anyone where I was going.
It was great, wasn't it? And you want to see a good title of that in the paper, you'll see a fellow, when the war was declared on, he goes up to George Street. You've seen that though, haven't you? Eh?
Yes. Yeah, dancing up George Street.
Yeah, dancing up George Street.
And you were at the surrender at Morotai?
General Blamey, Sir General Blamey, took the surrender from the Japanese Imperial Army officers at this big oval that was there, and I was one of the groupers surrounding it. You never know.
As protection.
Yeah, but yes, it was a momentous occasion. I didn't know that was history and all this sort of thing at the time, and when the war ended, we just said words to the effect of "Thank goodness it's over now, let's get home."
Authorised by Trent Zimmerman, Liberal Party, North Sydney.